it's a long weekend and there's no one around. This is the pine forest. There used to be, well, there is a crossing here. We used to call it the Pines Crossing, which I'm going to go across, and then I'm going to head back towards Dwellingup through Murray, not Murray Farm, but Murray Farm, along the river. I'll get it all right one day. And then get up to Driver Road, cross over Driver Road, follow Murray Farm back into Dwellingup. If I turn left here, that's the Capt Fawcett trail down there. But we'll go right and then left. This used to be a big pine plantation through here. Cut it down and let it all grow up again with native plants and whatever was in the ground. There's a little crossing down here. It used to be a ford, so you used to get your tyres wet, and now after the big bushfire went through here that ended up going down through Waruna, this is now a big concrete crossing, so they can get fire trucks around the place a bit easier. Normally, well, there's a few people over there to the left and straight ahead. Normally this place is packed out on long weekends. There's a little swimming spot down here. It's changed its shape very much. It used to be a deep little pool, now it's just a little shallow pool. God. Crowds. And I don't think the river's flowing at the moment, so it's probably a bit of stagnant. Yuck. This used to drop down into the river flat, and then you cross the creek in the water. As you can see on the left, if you can, yeah, it's all sort of, the soil's moved and it's filled in the big hole. So there's no longer a deep swimming pool there, it's just a shallow little piece. Anyway, across the river, up here we turn left. If you turn right, it's Long Gully Road, I think. I do have my maps with me, but I haven't looked at them. I think if you go right just here, that goes out to Long Gully. If you go left here, you can get back up to the main road, to the road to Dwellingup this way, or you can hang a left and follow the river back, which is what I'm going to do. And someone coming the other way. Lovely and dusty. It's going to get worse. Yes, this track, it sort of splits up when it gets into the old farm. We'll take you down to the base of the hill climb. I'm not going to go up the hill climb because I'm solo, and if I have a problem, there's no one around. And it's also going to be like driving out ball bearings. I don't know what they're saying, but a little bit further up here, just before you get into the farm, there is a track on the right, which is a great little scary track. It's got some weird angles on that. It climbs up over the hill. There's a point there where you're sort of driving along and you can't see over the bonnet. You have no idea where the track goes. It's good fun. It's probably a little bit slippery with the gravel at the moment, but it's not enjoyable. Probably wouldn't stick a beginner driver up there. Just hit just here. That track on our right. Doesn't look like much at the beginning. It just gets steeper and steeper, and then it goes on a sort of a weird angle, and yeah. Another little campsite on the left there. Another one's in there. Oh yes, there is. And now we're into the old Murray farm, which is now a timber plantation. I'm just slowing right down because it's a fairly dusty track. On both sides of the river, you can see the river out there to the left. There are long pools in the river and spots where you can camp on both sides. The other side's Capt Fawcett trail. And the pools get these little choke points, or rapids. They're not really rapids, they're just narrow points. Good fun for swimming, lots of kayaks down there. There's some really nice little campsites along here. And up on our right is what used to be the farm. When it was a farm, there was a road along here, which is what I'm driving on, that went around the perimeter of the farm and then headed off up towards Dwellingup. But it's now all been, like the road's still here, but the fence lines have all been chopped up. So many tracks to keep you entertained. I'll go down this one. See what we can find down here. Yes, I've got hard tyres, so it's a bit bumpy. Probably could let them down, but I'm not stressed. This part of the track's just a bumpy trail. It's not a difficult track at all. There used to be a crossing just here. We've got the gate, and it went down onto a crossing at one of the fords. Lots of campers on the other side. Oh, that's a bit. I'd get down that, cross over that, no problems at all. Bit rude, sort of crossing over into someone's campsite. Yeah. If I had to, I could. Anyway, we'll keep going. There's lots more little campsites around. Still in the farm. This is the sort of a way out. Heads back down along the river to Dwellingup. If you turn left here, you go back towards the river, towards the fence line again. That's very muddy down there in winter. But this little track will take us around to the base of the hill climb. And I'm definitely not going to do the hill climb today. I'll show you what it is. It's still along the fence line with the river just off to the left. This is not the crazy steep hill. But in winter, in the wet, this does get a bit slippery. Just got to pick your line, try not to get wrapped up in that wire. And if you're really worried, stick it in 4 drive, but I didn't. I just drove up that in 2. That's absolutely nothing compared to what this the hill climb is. It's up here a little bit. I can't remember exactly where. Stopped to turn the camera on and all the dust overtook me. This is the corner here. There used to be a track off, like straight ahead. It does look a little bit like someone's pushed it through again, which is good. I might come down and have a look at that. But the hill is that one there. And I have done it in my old car. I haven't done it in this car yet. I'm not going to do it today because I'm here by myself. So if I do stuff up, there's no one to help me. But that's a pretty steep hill there. Winter time it would just be slippery. There is a side track too, which is almost as bad as the main track. Winter time, really, really slippery. Summertime, it's like ball bearing gravel. You have to pick your line and you've got to stick to it. And if you drop into those wheel ruts, now you can't see it because the dust has overtaken me. Yeah, drop into those wheel ruts, don't try and fight your way out of them. You just got to keep driving up them or down them. It's a ripper little climb. And yeah, if you drop into those wheel ruts, they are quite deep, so you end up on some pretty weird angles. As you can see on the other side of that fence line there is a track there. It's all overgrown. Used to be the perimeter drive. Someone's Anderson plug jammed up there. I don't know if this track's going to go through. It used to go down onto, it used to be the start of Murray River Form that went all the way through to the Nanga campsites. I just don't know if it's a doable track. We will find out. So someone's really pushed through hard on this one. In fact, I should be mapping that. Hang on. I know where this track, I've driven this track years ago. Actually my little Tercel and my Toyota 4Runner overgrew and no one drove down it. Now it's open again, so it's good. But, if it joins up where I think it joins up, or I know it used to join up, it'll be okay. And yes, there are some little campsites down along here too. Puddle of water there. As you can see, it's certainly not a well used track. But it's a drivable track. And even in winter time, I know this track used to be open, unless it was under flood, which means it would be underwater. Driving along the riverbed basically. Should. Even my map doesn't have it. Gaia Maps doesn't have this track, which is why I'm mapping it. Running a map along it. Yeah, it's supposed to climb up and out of the valley again and again, just be a little bit of a bit above the high water mark basically. Still in two-wheel drive too, which is not a problem. There's nothing hard. I'm not sliding or spinning my wheels or anything. Just plodding along, but I know there's a couple of spots in it, like this one, that I will put it into four-wheel drive because it does sort of pop up over things. Rough as, but oops, I'm going to stall. I'm going to stall. Oh, that engine is so tough. It's crazy. Alright, this little spot here, down out of way, the Bibbulmun track comes down through here and walks along here. Car park just there. It's a little bit hard to find this spot. There's a sort of like where my car is, there's a car park there. And in winter you probably see it better because you can see where the foot track goes. But in summertime the foot track's not used very much. It does go down through here. And these are the symbols you're looking for. Up there, the big woman track markers. Planned aerial burn. And this little track here goes down to a suspension bridge. When the Long Gully Bridge was burnt out, government said, oh yes, we'll put money aside and we'll rebuild the bridge and it'll be okay, and that never happened. So they said they were going to put a suspension bridge in. But instead of putting it at Long Gully, they put it here. Just watching for snakes and things. So the Bibbulmun track walkers, the people that want to walk from Kalamunda down to Albany, to get across the river, they've got a suspension bridge to cross. There's the old Long Gully Bridge there, up the top with a train on it, and then before it was burnt, as the fire came through, and that's building this bridge here. You can read that if you wanted to. So this bridge is 12 kilometres downstream from the old Long Gully Bridge. Alright, I'll walk out halfway with you. Don't know what the load limit is on this bridge, but it does wobble a bit, as you can see. Make sure things aren't going to fall out of my pocket. I can hear some music. On the other side there are campsites. There is a track on both sides. The other side of this bridge. Whoa, now it's wobbling. There is a road up over the top there. People down here in the camp. I think to get to that campsite, there's a track down here, comes in off the old track. Would be a bad spot. Anyway, let's get out of here. I think once you get over this little rock here, that's pretty much the end of all the rough bits on the track. From here on I think it's pretty easy. Might be a few little washouts and stuff like that you just got to go over, but it's not rough and something's going to dash you around. Oh hey, drive road just ahead of us. You can go straight ahead and turn left, or just turn down this little thing, and that's basically where this little drive stops from the Pines Crossing, as I call it. It used to be called the Pines Crossing, I don't know what they call it now. Down past Murray Farm, the plantation, comes up along the river up to here. Straight ahead is Murray Fawn, I think it is. And this is Driver Road. Now if you go down Driver Road, you'll see a sign that says to Dwellingup. If you follow that, that goes through Nanga Road and out that way. In the middle of winter, this little thing's quite often underwater. Good starting point for kayaking, but not in summer. So yep, that's where I'll stop this video. Chop it up later on and Try and make it less than 20 minutes. Yeah, good little drive. Nothing hard in there unless you want to do that hill climb. If you're doing the hill climb, make sure you're with some people, other cars. I've got limited slip diff in the back, so tight turns like that on gravel, you really hear that inner tyre sliding. There is a campsite just on the right here and on the left. You're not supposed to camp on the left, but everyone does. And on the right you can camp. It gets quite popular, quite busy. So that's it. I don't know how long that drive was. I only mapped that little section that was now open again. Just have to come out here and do a drive. Doesn't really matter if you take the wrong turn. It's you'll get somewhere. There's a couple of hiking huts around here as well. Big One Track huts, the Big One Track bridge. Lots of little water holes and long pools and all sorts of stuff down here. Good fun. But that's it for this track.